Every single time you shake that bag of treats, your cat comes running with pure joy and trust. But what if that very reward is actually a ticking time bomb for their health hidden behind bright packaging and clever marketing? Most cat owners are unknowingly feeding their feline companions ingredients that are linked to kidney failure, chronic inflammation, and even cancer, all while the multi-billion-dollar pet food industry relies on your lack of scrutiny to keep their profits soaring. We are diving deep into the dark side of the pet aisle to expose the treats that are legally allowed to be sold despite being nutritionally bankrupt and potentially lethal. You deserve to know the truth about what is sliding down your cat's throat, because that small, crunchy square could be the difference between a long, vibrant life and a series of heartbreaking visits to the emergency vet. Starting our countdown at number 10, we have those ubiquitous, colorful, crunchy morsels found in every grocery store checkout line, which are essentially the feline equivalent of neon-colored cereal. These treats are packed with artificial dyes like red 40, yellow 5, and blue 2, which serve absolutely no nutritional purpose for your cat and are only added to make the product look appealing to human eyes. Cats are colorblind to many of these shades, yet they are the ones forced to ingest chemical compounds that have been linked to hyperactivity and even organ damage in laboratory studies. Beyond the colors, these treats are held together by cheap corn and wheat gluten, fillers that spike blood sugar levels and put an immense strain on a cat's pancreas, leading to a rising epidemic of feline diabetes. Moving to number 9, we encounter the infamous dental treats that claim to scrub teeth clean but are actually loaded with complex carbohydrates and synthetic preservatives like BHA and BHT. While the packaging promises a sparkling smile, the high starch content often sticks to the teeth and eventually breaks down into sugar, which actually feeds the bacteria that cause dental decay in the first place. The preservatives used to keep these treats shelf-stable for years are recognized by many health organizations as potential carcinogens, yet they remain a staple in many popular brands. You are essentially trying to brush your cat's teeth with a chemical-laden cracker, which is a paradox that only benefits the manufacturer's bottom line while leaving your pet's internal health at risk. At number 8, we must discuss the moist and meaty pouches that look like real chunks of steak, but are actually composed of meat, byproducts, and chemical humectants. These treats stay soft and chewy because of ingredients like propylene glycol, a substance that was actually banned from dog food but is still controversially used in some feline products to maintain moisture. Meat byproducts are the mystery meats of the industry, consisting of whatever is left over after the lean muscle is removed, which can include feathers, heads, and feet. Your cat is an obligate carnivore designed to eat high-quality protein, not the rendered remains of unspecified animals held together by industrial-grade softening agents. Coming in at number 7 are the treats that boast about being grain-free but replace those grains with massive amounts of peas, lentils, and potato starch. This is a classic bait-and-switch tactic where companies capitalize on health trends while filling the bag with cheap plant-based proteins that cats cannot easily digest. These legumes contain lectins and phytates that can interfere with the absorption of essential amino acids like taurine, which is vital for a cat's heart health. Feeding your cat a treat that is 50% starch just because it doesn't contain wheat is still a recipe for obesity and metabolic dysfunction. Yet these are often sold at a premium price under the guise of being a holistic choice. Number 6 brings us to the danger of high-sodium jerky treats, particularly those imported from regions with lax safety regulations. Many of these dried meat strips are heavily seasoned or preserved with excessive salt to make them more palatable and shelf-stable, but a cat's kidneys are not designed to process high levels of sodium. Chronic ingestion of these salty snacks can lead to dehydration and put a massive workload on the renal system, which is already the weakest link in feline biology. Furthermore, there have been numerous recalls involving jerky treats contaminated with heavy metals or antibiotics, making them one of the most unpredictable and risky choices you can make for your pet. As we reach number 5, we find treats that are excessively high in liver or organ meats without proper balance, leading to a condition known as vitamin A toxicity. While liver is nutritious in very small amounts, many natural treats use it as a primary ingredient because it is cheap and highly addictive to cats. Over time, too much vitamin A causes painful bone growths, particularly around the joints and spine, which can eventually leave a cat unable to move comfortably. This is a prime example of how even a natural ingredient can become a poison when used improperly by companies who prioritize taste and cost over long-term biological safety. At number 4, we have the liquid squeeze treats that have taken the internet by storm, which are often little more than flavored water thickened with guar gum and carrageenan. While these are excellent for hydration, the thickening agents like carrageenan have been under fire for decades for causing intestinal inflammation and even ulcerations in the digestive tract. These treats are often used to hide the taste of low-quality fish broth that may contain high levels of mercury and other environmental toxins. It is a highly processed slurry that provides a momentary dopamine hit for the cat but offers very little in the way of actual cellular nourishment. Number 3 on our list is a silent killer found in many budget treats known as animal fat or poultry fat from unnamed sources. When a label does not specify which animal the fat comes from, it usually means it is a blend of fats from a rendering plant that processes a variety of unsavory sources. These fats are often stabilized with ethoxyquin, a chemical originally developed as a pesticide that has no business being in your cat's bloodstream. These rancid or low-quality fats are a leading cause of pancreatitis, a painful and life-threatening inflammation of the pancreas that can be triggered by a single high-fat reward if the cat's system is already stressed. For number 2, we look at the deceptive milk-based treats that cater to the myth that cats love a bowl of cream. In reality, most adult cats are lactose intolerant and lack the enzymes necessary to break down dairy, leading to severe gastrointestinal distress, bloating, and diarrhea. These treats often use dehydrated milk proteins and added sugars to mimic the taste of dairy, creating a digestive nightmare for your feline friend. Feeding a cat dairy-based treats is essentially inducing a bout of food poisoning for the sake of a few seconds of enjoyment. Yet the industry continues to push these products through nostalgic and misleading imagery. Finally, at number 1, the deadliest treats are those containing hidden sugars like corn syrup, maltodextrin, and fructose. Cats do not even have taste receptors for sweetness, meaning the sugar is added solely to create an addictive quality and to improve the texture of the kibble. These sugars are the primary drivers of the feline obesity crisis, leading to a cascade of health issues including joint pain, fatty liver disease, and a shortened lifespan. When you feed a sugary treat, you are essentially giving your cat a hit of a drug they don't need, causing a massive insulin spike that wreaks havoc on their internal organs. Now that we have stripped away the marketing masks of these dangerous products, it is vital to look at the few safe havens left for your pet. The gold standard for cat treats will always be single ingredient, freeze-dried proteins like chicken breast, minnows, or beef heart. These treats undergo a process that removes moisture while locking in the raw nutritional profile without the need for synthetic preservatives or fillers. When you look at the back of a bag and the only word listed is salmon or turkey, you are providing your cat with the ancestral diet they were born to eat. Another safe alternative is small pieces of plain, cooked meat prepared at home, which ensures you know exactly what is going into their system without any hidden chemicals. You have the power to protect your cat from the predatory practices of the pet food industry by becoming a label-reading detective. Your cat relies on you entirely for their well-being, and by choosing species-appropriate, transparently sourced treats,